What's up, Spikes? Welcome back to another Goliath Gauntlet. This is a new series. The series itself isn't new, but this is a new version of the series where I'm playing. First of all, I'm going to be playing the deck that goes up against multiple different decks. For those of you who aren't aware of how this series goes, we have one deck that operates as the challenger, and then a gauntlet of other decks that it tries to beat. Usually it's a different spread of playstyles, just to see how a deck might operate within those different environments. And as I said, I'm going to be playing Azalea, but joining me today, two different things, obviously. First, I'm going to be the one that's playing the deck that's challenging. Usually I'm on the opposite side of the table. But speaking of the opposite side of the table, we have a fresh new face to the channel. This is my good friend Jay. He's one of our local players and just a good friend of mine. And I'm very excited to have you on. Why don't you just say a couple words and introduce yourself?
Thanks, Bill. Happy to be here. Hello, everybody. My name is Jay. I actually started making YouTube content. It's not that good yet, and I don't have that many subscribers. But anyways, so I go by Zen State Fab on YouTube, mostly terrible at social media. So yeah, happy to be here. Looking forward to some games. I'm playing Briar today.
Yeah.
Do we do that yet?
We can. Here, because of how we're doing it, I'll start off so that you have something to base yourself
It felt
off
wrong.
Of. It's all good. It's all good. So anyway, as I said, I'm going to be playing Azalea today. Azalea is the original Ranger, the OR, like the OG, but worse in every capacity. And obviously her ability allows me to swap a card in my arsenal with a card on top of my deck, and if it's an arrow, it gets Dominate. Having easy access to Dominates if you're able to set up the top card of your deck is incredibly powerful. And that's something that this deck really does hope to leverage. It also does have some new cards from Outsiders, which as of yesterday was officially released. So we're gonna see how some of those interact within the deck. This is also a Death Dealer deck. So hopefully I'll be able to, not only get cards from the top of my deck, but operate with a slightly smaller hand by allowing myself to replenish my hand a little bit in addition to applying pressure. I'm also playing Crow's Nest as just my offhand for my quiver. New equipment type that was just recently introduced with Outsiders. Obviously there's very little downside to playing this. It's just a free extra zone that Rangers get access to. So, if I get to put an arrow in my arsenal face up from my deck, I can pay a resource to put an aim counter on it. There are cards in here that care about aim counters, so could be relevant. Not something I'm going to really play around, but it is just kind of free. And then in addition to that, I have my equipment on the other side of the table here. I'm playing Skullbone Crosswrap, kind of just the Azalea headpiece. It's really good, allows you to check out the top card of your deck to make sure it's something you want to dominate. It also blocks for 1 and has Arcane Barrier, just very versatile. Spring Tunic is kind of the equipment that needs no introduction, just gives you a resource every now and then. It's kind of the baseline for a chest piece. Bullseye Bracers allows you to arsenal an arrow and give it +1 in a situation where maybe you've already used your bow. So it can be really useful that way to sort of extend your plays or let you operate with fewer resources, as well as Snapdragon Scalers to not only go tall, but also one time go wide and hopefully attack twice. But yeah, so that's my side of the table. And Jay, you said you were playing Briar. Why don't you tell us about your loadout?
Yeah, so for this first game, I brought Briar, Runeblade hero. I'm a Runeblade guy. There is no other hero type, no. So yeah, bringing Briar today. So the first time I hit, I get an Embodiment of Earth, which pumps my non-attack action cards as for blocking better. Mm-hmm. Also, if I manage to play 2 non-attack actions, I get Embodiment of Lightning, which will give my next thing go again. Rosetta Thorn is a broken weapon that Runeblades get to use, also the only weapon in the game. There is no other sword or weapon in especially if you're on Runeblade.
Yeah.
Some similar pieces, so I'm also running Spring Tunic because resources are good every 3rd turn. Snapdragon Scalers because I am... Actually, usually I'm trying to go wide in this case, maybe not, but swinging a Rosetta after something that when I don't have an Embodiment of Lightning is very good. So I have Scalers here to give myself go again. Grasp of the Art Knight is an awesome Runeblade. It's the only glove piece. There are lots of those only pieces. Blocks for 2 with Battle Worn, so actually represents sort of 3 points of health. I can also pay 2 to create a Rune Chant token, which is great, and I will slowly kill you with Arcane.
Eventually.
Hopefully. Yeah. Crown of Providence blocks for 2 and allows me to filter my hand because my hand is going to be not great sometimes.
Well, I'm looking forward to playing against it. You've been downplaying a lot of the stuff that you're doing, but it is still Briar, so I'm very wary.
Yeah, it'll do things. I'm also trying to go tall. I didn't mention that. Rather than, Briar often likes to go wide. I'm trying to be tall with tall here, so we get to see who's taller.
Yeah, we're just trying to compare heights and see who's
right.
Who is truly the tallest. But yeah, with all that being said, you did win the die roll and you chose to go first.
Yes.
So if you would like to start us off, good luck and have fun.
You as well. I'm going to start my turn off by ticking Tunic to 1 because that's a thing that we need to remember. Wait.
Oh, yeah, plug the big dice.
Yes. I'm going to play an Earthlore Surge. I'm going to have 1 float remaining, so this will make my next thing very tall.
+5.
+5. It is a red Earthlore Surge.
Gosh.
With my 1 float remaining, I'm going to go ahead and Stir the Wildwood, pitching a Command and Conquer. I cannot fuse because I have no hand, but this is coming in for 10.
For 10?
Yes, give me your hand.
That's a significant amount of life points. I think I will be blocking here. I'm going to block for a total of 8. I have an Enlightened Strike, a Remorseless, and a Ravenous Rabble. All very good cards that you're getting away from me here. But yeah, so I will be taking 2 damage after all that is said and done. Do you have any other effects?
No, I will pass my turn.
Very good. So start of my turn, I'm going to take up my Tunic, and then I'm going to activate Death Dealer by pitching this Codex of Frailty with 1 resource floating to put this Spire Sniping into my arsenal. So I will, I believe, draw a card from Death Dealer first, and then look at the top 2 with Spire Sniping. I'm going to put them back like that. Then I will be playing this Release the Tension. This red Release the Tension gives my next arrow attack +3, and defense reactions can't be played from Arsenal, this chain link. Then I will use my last resource floating to just come in with this Spire Sniping for 8.
8. I will... Are there any on hits?
No.
No on hits.
No, just a raw 8 damage.
I will block 6.
Okay. That sounds good. I don't have any reactions or anything, so feel free to take 2, yeah. Then I'm going to be moving to the end of my turn. I'm just going to Arsenal this card and pass to you.
Lovely. I already forgot a trigger. I didn't have my Embodiment of Earth from last time, but that is okay. We don't need it.
Yeah, and you didn't even...
I didn't.
It wasn't
didn't
relevant.
matter.
That's
okay. It didn't matter. I will take my Tunic to 2 with the big dice. I will come in with this Swarming Gloomfail for 3. It costs 0. The beauty of this one, if I've created 1 or more auras, it gains Go Again. So it does not currently have Go Again, but if you let it hit, I would create an Embodiment of Earth, and then it would gain Go Again.
Well, I don't really want that to happen, but I will declare no blocks and ask you if you have any reactions.
I do not have any reactions.
I do have a reaction.
Okay.
I'm going to foresee my own fate.
Oh, okay.
And opt. I'm going to put that on the bottom, I think. That's fine.
Your fate has been foresought.
Yes. You can't...
I think I invented that word.
It's possible. It can't be unseen, that's for sure. But yeah, so I'd like to block for 4.
Okay. You've done it.
Okay.
I will move to Arsenal.
Exceptional. I would like to take my Tunic up to Tunic. Then I'm going to activate Death Dealer. I'm going to be putting this red in the ledger into my arsenal, and to pay for that, I'm going to pitch this Remorseless. I will be drawing a card off of the Death Dealer. Then I would like to play this Release the Tension, red.
Yes.
So once again, +3, and defense reactions can't be played from Arsenal, this chain link. Then I will just come in with this red in the ledger, pitching this red Sleep Dart. So it's coming in for 8, and if it hits you, you may only play or activate 1 action during your next turn.
I would like to play or activate more than 1 action on my turn.
Yeah, I bet you would.
8 is a big number.
Yeah.
I will block 5, 7, 9.
Very interesting.
And I will not sync with my crown.
Okay. I have an effect, but not a reaction. I would like to cast this Rain Razors at instant.
No.
So
punish.
this will be going up to 10.
Yes.
So you'll take 1 damage.
I will take 1 damage.
And then Red in the Ledger will prevent you from activating more than 1 action.
I felt that in my soul, yeah. The pain.
I've been Rain Razors so many times at this point, playing with Az. Now I know how he feels, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great on this side. You've made my turn much simpler.
Okay.
I will tick Tunic to 3.
Very good.
I can only do 1 thing.
1 thing.
I will make that thing count.
Okay.
I will set up Channel Mount Heroic by pitching a blue Weaverth.
Yeah.
And then I will move to the end of my turn.
Very good.
Channel Mount Heroic will get a what? Flow counter, I believe it is.
Yes.
I will target Weaverth, an Earth card to go on the bottom of my deck. It will stick around, and I will be arsenaling this card.
Okay. I'm going to take my Tunic up to 3.
Yes.
3 Nick. I'm going to do it every time. I already do it every time. I'm going to activate Death Dealer by removing my Tunic counter. I'm going to put this other Red in the Ledger in there.
Stop it!
I will draw a card from Death Dealer. Let us play a new card. Are you excited for this new card? I'm going to play Premeditate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the next time an attack action card hits a hero this turn, I create a Ponder token, and the next attack action card I play from Arsenal this turn gets +3.
Yes.
What a coincidence. Then I would also like to play this Read the Glide Path red. Next arrow attack gets +3, and I get to opt.
Stop it.
This that can go down there. I'm going to put that on
You
the
could just swap the Red in the Ledger out with Azalea's ability, right?
I could do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
Okay.
I could.
Dominate's nice.
I'm gonna pitch this Melting Point to attack in with this Red in the Ledger.
Yeah.
It is, again, not dominated, but it is for 11 this time.
Yeah. So even if I give you my hand and all of my armor, this is still hitting. I'll tell you that much.
That's tough.
So this will hit.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So with that in mind, and knowing that I can only do 1 thing on my turn.
Just put that Ponder token right there.
Yeah, you do that. I've decided to give you my hand full of 2 blocks.
Yeah.
Which do not get a pump from embodiment. And take 3
Take
still.
3?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, that creates me a Ponder. You have, once again, Red in the Ledger as something that you have to worry
I'm
about.
in the ledger.
you have been written into the ledger, similar to Death Note. But I will move to the end of my turn. This Ponder will immediately trigger, and I will draw a card. I'm going to put this card into my arsenal, and then draw up for the rest of my hand.
Okay.
And pass over to you.
Well, I don't have a hand. The Tunic is maxed out. I do have a good card in Arsenal, so I will play that card. It is a Snatch, which will come in for 7 with Channel Mount Heroic, and it will draw me a card if it hits.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's all right.
Is that fine? Is that reasonable? I will declare no blocks, but I will be moving to reactions, if that's okay with you.
React away, my friend.
I will Fate Foreseen, and I would like to opt.
You've once again forsought your fate.
I have my fate has been forsooth. Let's put that to the bottom. I think that's reasonable for us.
So I obviously don't have any other effects, so you will be taking 3. I will be looking at this card, feeling pain. I do not want to put that in my arsenal. It's probably the worst card to.
That's tough.
Yeah, Channel will die. I will draw up to 4 and pass over to you.
Okay. Tunic will go back up to 1. Then I'm going to activate my Skullbone Crosswrap to flip this Rain Razors up.
Perfect.
I had it for the second Red in the Ledger, just by the way, for everyone at home.
Wow.
I had the same turn 2 turns in a row.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, so I'm going to flip up this Rain Razors, and I will opt 1 thanks to my Skullbone. We'll put that on the bottom. And then I'm just going to play it out, because I feel like that's just what we're going to be doing here on the show today. Let's pitch this Infecting Shot to activate Death Dealer and put in the Spire Sniping. So once again, I believe I draw a card and then not opt, but I get to look at the top 2. Fascinating. Put them back like that, I suppose. Then, oh, I have this card and I just drew it. That's crazy. I'm going to play this Knock the Death Whistle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to let me search my deck for an error card, reveal it, then shuffle my deck and put that card on top of it.
At least we've seen both Red in the Ledgers.
You have seen both Red in the Ledgers.
There's that. It's the little things.
I'm going to search for this Remorseless and put it on top of my deck. Put that on top. Then, yeah, let's activate Azalea and ditch this Spire Sniping. You did well, but it's Remorseless' time to shine. Then I will pitch the last card in my hand, which is another Infecting Shot, and come in with this Remorseless for 7 with Dominate.
7 Dominate. And when this hits, I take a damage for everything I do.
For every, whenever you play an action card.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can activate abilities.
Yes. Yeah, those are fine. And then because this was put into my arsenal face up, you cannot play defense reactions from arsenal.
Okay.
But yeah.
I won't. I'm going to give you this Reek of Corruption and the last remaining block on my grasp.
Okay. So that's for a total of
4.
4.
I will be taking 3 unless you have shenanigans.
I have no further shenanigans. So yes, please do take 3. And then every time you play an action next turn, you will take an additional damage.
Okay.
But with all of that being said, I'm going to reset my board here and pass it over to you.
Okay. I will be playing this Sonata Arcanix.
Oh.
I will be pitching this wonderful blue Tome of Harvest that I drew into off of Snatch and did not want to put in my arsenal.
Yeah, that is the worst card to arsenal, I think.
So I will have 1 float. That will give me an X of 1.
Okay.
And so I will reveal X. So 1 plus 3 cards from the top of my deck. And for every non-attack action that I reveal, I will be able to grab an attack action.
Okay.
So we have 2 non-attacks, and we have 3 non-attacks.
Okay.
This still gives me 1. So I will be taking this Stir the Wildwood for my hand. Sonata Arcanix will be dealing 1 arcane to you.
I accept the terms that you have presented to me.
Excellent. I will put these on top and shuffle my deck.
So because you played an action, being the Sonata Arcanix, you're going to take a damage.
Yes, I am. I'm going to activate Grasp by pitching this Autumn's Touch. I will have 2 float remaining, which I will use. Well, I should probably first make my rune chant.
Reasonable.
I will use my 2 float for the Stir the Wildwood. I cannot fuse it, unfortunately, but this is coming in for 5 and 1.
Yeah. Well, no, you have dealt arcane damage this turn, so it does have +2 from that.
You're correct.
Thanks to
I
Sonata.
will be coming in for 7 and 1.
7 and 1, so 8? Is that how math works?
That is, I think so. Last I checked.
This is a lot of damage that you're presenting at me right now. But I do think it is within my best interest to declare no blocks.
Okay.
Reactions. Do you have any reactions?
I do not.
I do not either.
Wow.
So I would like to take, it was 8 damage,
It is
correct?
8 damage total if you're taking the rune chant as well, yes.
Okay, yeah, so I will go to 6.
Okay. We're doing the tall thing.
Yes. Quite convincingly, even.
Oh,
Yes.
embodiment of Earth.
Yes.
For the first time.
You remembered. Exceptional. Okay, I'm going to play a bunch of new cards
Okay.
right now. And
I'm
really,
slightly scared.
I'm
You
really
took a lot of
excited.
damage.
Yeah.
Which means that you're probably going to hit me really hard.
I'm going to try. I'm
Yeah.
going to try my darndest. I'm going to play this Lace with Blood Rot. So next arrow gets +3, and when it hits, you get a Blood Rot Pox token,
Yeah.
which are pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I don't want to get hit by that arrow.
Yeah, you really don't. So let's see if you will, because I'm going to play this Codex of Frailty. So each hero puts an
Yes.
attack action card from their graveyard face down into their arsenal. Each hero that does discards a card. It is not optional.
I like this.
So you have to put an attack in there, and then you have to discard a card.
It's an attack?
An attack action.
Oh,
Yes.
I was going to grab channel.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I can't cheat?
And because it has a quality, we have to reveal the cards to each other to make sure that you're not just grabbing a channel. I'm going to grab this Red in the Ledger
Oh, no.
and put it face down into my arsenal.
This is getting worse. I'm liking this deal less and less. I will grab Snatch
That's a reasonable one to get.
I think so.
So now each of us have to discard a card. We do get to choose, and I'm going to choose to discard this Bolton Shot.
I will discard this Autumn's Touch.
I think I forgot to tick up my tunic,
Okay, you can do
so I think I'm going to do that.
Seems
Okay,
reasonable.
so we've both done some things.
We've done the things.
I'm going to activate my Skullbone Cross Wrap just as an additional thing that I'm allowed to do.
Okay.
Oh, hey, look at that.
That's a surprise. You should
look at the
probably Azalea that out there.
I mean, it might be a third red in the ledger. You don't know. Then, yeah, I'm just going to come in with this red in the ledger. Oh, by the way, actually, sorry. Before we do that, because of Codex of Frailty, I get a Ponder.
Oh, yeah.
And you get a Frailty.
I don't... Okay.
Then, as I said, I'm going to pitch this Sleep Dart, and I'm going to come in with this red in the ledger for 8. And if it hits, you can't take another action, or you can't take more than one action on your next turn, and you get a Blood Rot Box token.
Have my hand.
Ooh.
These two will block for 3 each because of my Embodiment of
Correct.
Earth, and this will block for 2, which
Okay.
is a total of 8.
It is exactly 8. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that totally works.
Okay.
So you've faded that for now.
I've dodged the nonsense.
Yeah. Then, thanks to my Ponder token, I'm going to draw this card. I knew what you were. I'm going to put that right here. And then pass the turn over to you.
Okay. Embodiment will break. Would you like to respond?
Good. That's my response.
Excellent response. I'm feeling frail, so I will come in with the Snatch for 3.
3.
Which is a nice number to block, unfortunately.
It is a nice number to block. You're at 10?
I am at 10.
No blocks.
You savage. Go to 3.
I will go to 3
I will
life
draw
points.
my other Tome of Harvest off the top, if you wouldn't mind. Equally bad. Arsenal.
It's a card you can arsenal.
That's at least.
That's a bonus.
Yes, you can have your frailty back.
Okay, I will. And I will also not forget to take up my tunic this time.
Wait! Embodiment of Earth.
That's going to be relevant.
Okay.
Probably. You're going to want to block, I think. We're going to kick things off. Activate the Skullbone Cross Wrap. Flip this up. It's a Premeditate. Look at this card. We can put that on the
That's
bottom.
a foil premeditate.
It's the second foil Premeditate.
Fancy.
Yeah, I pulled 5 of them total. Not foils, but 2
Yeah.
foils, 3 non-foils.
Wow.
So I'm pretty happy with how that went.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to play this Premeditate against you now. I feel like you're not going to congratulate me for much longer here.
We're still okay.
Okay. Okay. You're not going to have to discard a card this time,
Okay.
but I'm going to play another Codex of Frailty.
Okay. Oh, because I don't.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
I
is
see.
mandatory, but you don't have an open arsenal to put the card into.
Excuse me.
I'm going to put this red in the ledger into my arsenal. It is face down.
How many red in the ledgers are you allowed to play?
This is the 4th one.
yeah.
But I will still get a Ponder, and you will get another Frailty.
Oh.
And I will have to discard a card, personally, me.
Okay.
I'm going to discard this Melting Point. Then I would like to follow that up with this Read the Glide Path.
These are a lot of things that you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an interesting card, but I think that this one is better to play. So that is what I will do. Should I use my Tunic Resource? Yeah, I'm going to use my Tunic Resource to play this red in the ledger from my arsenal. It is coming in for 11. And if it hits, I get a Ponder and also another thing.
I'm going to start twitching here in a second. Are there any on hits? No, other than just the red in the ledger nonsense.
Red in the ledger and a Ponder.
Oh, right. the
I get a
Ponder.
second Ponder.
Oh.
That's crazy.
It's going to hit.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I will block for 6 and take
Okay.
5, unless you have shenanigans.
I do not.
Okay.
Not this time.
I will take 5.
So I'm going to make a second Ponder token, which is not really going to be relevant because I'm arsenaling this card anyway.
But don't you get to draw first?
I do get to draw first.
Okay.
That is correct. So yeah, so I'll move to cleaning up my turn.
Okay.
Put this away, and then 2 Ponders. Let us ponder. Let's put this thing into the arsenal, and then draw the remainder of my cards.
Okay. Okay. At the beginning of my turn, embodiment breaks. Would you like to respond?
No, sir.
Okay. You had such a great response last time.
Good.
Perfect. I will play a Command and Conquer by
What?
pitching this Weave Earth. I will have 1 float, but this is the only thing I can do.
That's a lot of moolah.
Yeah, I don't know if it matters. for you.
I mean, it does. I do have to block it.
Yeah.
So there's that.
You did really want that arsenal card, so.
Yeah, I will be blocking for 6.
Okay. You've done it. Congratulations.
The first time I just didn't decide to say no blocks.
Okay. I will
Take this frailty back from you.
pass the turn back to you.
Perfect.
Maybe someday I will use my Tunic Resource.
It's just hanging out. Speaking of Tunic, I'm going to take mine up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will be activating my Skullbone Cross Wrap to reveal this Bolton Shot.
Ooh, good card.
And opt. Let's just put that on the bottom, I suppose. Lace with Blood Rot.
Oh, I don't like that.
And Bolton Shot for 7 with Go Again, and if it hits, reload.
And a suspicious card in hand.
Just 1.
Okay, I have to play smartly.
Okay.
And in order to do so, I must give you fun cards from my hand. I will block 8, and I really wanted to... I wanted to do the things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hand overload. Yes, you have successfully blocked 8 damage.
Excellent.
I do not have a free Razor Reflex in my hand. But I will be moving to the end of my turn.
Okay.
Because I am not going to play that card right now. But I will be passing over to you.
Okay. I will start by playing this beautiful Amulet of Earth from my arsenal.
Very good.
It has Go Again.
It does.
I will then follow that up with a Ravenous Rabble for... So I must reveal the top of my deck. It is a blue card, which is where we want to be. It's coming in for 2 with Go Again. You're at 3, though.
I am at 3.
So 2 is like 66% of your lifetime.
It is approximately approaching 66%. Approaching 67%, actually.
And Briar likes to do arcane damage, which is difficult to deal with.
So I will be blocking. That's for dang certain. I'm going to block with this Drill Shot.
Okay. I will accept your block.
Okay.
I finally get to use my Tunic Resource, which I will use for a beautiful Rosetta Thorn for 2 and 2.
Wow.
You've had me on the back foot for so long. I don't know if I don't think I ever swung the thing.
I think this is the first time.
Swing.
I think this is the first time. Yes. So that is what some people might refer to as lethal. But not me. No, sir. Because I'm going to just toss my equipment in front of that.
Okay.
And I will take the 2 arcane damage.
Okay.
And go to 1 and then block 2 physical.
All right. I will pass the turn. My amulet will hang out in case it becomes relevant. I will draw up and pass.
Okay. I would like to play this Knock the Death Whistle. I'm going to search and see if there are any arrows left in my deck.
Find a good death whistle to knock.
Ooh. I would like to find this Infecting Shot.
That's a death whistle.
It is a death whistle.
I suppose the death whistle is the bow.
Maybe.
Do you knock
this
the
is...
bow? Or do you knock an arrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because this is the Death Dealer.
Right. There's a lot of death.
There must be this
I know.
arrow. The arrow that she's knocking here must just have like a gym coach's whistle on the end of it.
Oh, okay. That seems far less intimidating than this bloody, diseased arrow that you're about to shoot at me.
You have something coming at you and it's like, that's like pretty.
I'd much rather that than
this.
Yeah, bloody infected arrow.
Well, let's see if you'll prefer this as well, because
the way you're talking right now leads me to believe that I'm not going to prefer anything.
So I'm going to activate this Azalea.
Sure.
I'm just going to put this on the bottom of my library and put in this lovely Infecting Shot.
I can see where this is going.
Which was the Spike Feeders review card, our preview card for Outsiders.
Amazing work.
Thank you. Thank you. I very much appreciate it.
No, I'm serious. I really do like the spoilers.
It's something that we just love to do. So that brings me great joy. Thank you very much. This also brings me great joy. I'm going to play the Smelting Point.
Okay.
So that's going to give it +4.
Just makes it bigger.
Just
kills me more.
Yeah, so it's pretty big. So this is going to come in for 9 with Dominate. Yeah. And if it hits, you get a Blood Rot Box.
So the thing about that is that most cards block for 3.
Yes.
So that means that I can block for a total of 4.
Okay.
And move to death phase.
Of course. Good game, my friend.
Good game.
That was...
very close. Yeah. Very interesting. I don't know who went taller. I think you...
I think most, if not all of my red in the ledgers were for like, I think one of them was for 8 and the remainder were for like 11.
Yeah, and you somehow can run 4 of them in Blitz.
Yeah, so that's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
A card that I'm a very big fan of course, in this deck is Codex of Frailty.
Right. I totally see why.
Yeah, it was crazy, but you did actually genuinely almost have me. I totally forgot that you could Snapdragon the Ravenous Rabble into the Rosetta Thorn.
Oh, I didn't need to Snapdragon. It just has Go Again already.
Oh, right, it just had Go Again.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So,
But I had my Tunic resource for 18 years that I was finally able to spend to pay for my Rosetta.
able to drink and vote your Tunic resource.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say, I feel like I high rolled you a little bit, at least for those 2 turns in a row where I had both red in the ledgers with Rain Razors just on deck.
Yes.
That was a pretty big blowout, but
I'm actually surprised that I like persisted as long as I did, and I got you down to 1, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
I don't think I did as many shenanigans as I would have liked to do, but we hung in there.
I do very much like Earthbriar. Like the Stir the Wildwood is just kind of an insane card in terms of just pushing, pushing damage. The other card that I love in Earthbriar that unfortunately doesn't quite work that well, at least from my own experience, is Explosive Growth. You just need a lot. Like if it had built-in Go Again, it would be fine, but the fact that it doesn't hurts it a lot. But.
Yeah, a lot needs to align. I love this deck too. I think the consistency, it hurts a lot. So I tried to do more of a blend this time where it is kind of a mix of like traditional Channel Mount Heroic with like 0 Go Agains and stuff, with like potential to really go tall.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need to be able to basically make Embodiment of Lightning while pumping like Bramble Spark or something, or Thor Surge if you have like all of the resources and an Arsenal card maybe. Like there's a world where that happens. And then you can go very tall with Go Again.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
well, it was very close. I know that it felt like I was doing a lot of, oh yeah, whatever, no blocks. But like I kind of needed to do that in order to maintain the pressure that I was doing. So it was just as close as it looked. But thank you very much for this game. This was a ton of fun, and we have 3 more that are going to be going through the pipes. It's very exciting. We have some brews that are specifically J specials. We do have somewhere over here just a long box filled with the decks that we've done already for the Gauntlet, but these are all going to be new things that we haven't seen before. So I'm really excited to see what else you've brought to run through the Gauntlet. But until then, thank you so much for playing. Thank you at home so much for watching, as always, and stay well, stay safe, and we will catch you all in the next episode.
Hey, thanks for checking out the Spike Feeders on YouTube. Before you close the window, make sure you click subscribe for more great Flesh and Blood content.